On the 25th of March 1949, 42,000 Latvian residents were deported from Latvia to the gulags in Siberia. To give you an idea of how many people that was 2% of Latvia's population. They were deported by the evil Soviet Empire, they were deported due to the evils of socialism, and that's commemorated in Latvia every year on March 25th. This year the commemorations, of course, were more low-key due to Chirona or coronavirus. So the president of Latvia just put flowers on the monument as a private citizen, but this is something we need to remember. And I'll tell you something. Commemorating victims of evil should always be a good thing, right? Yeah, it should be. Well, this morning I tried to share a story about this on my personal Facebook page from a Latvian news site in English. And first, Facebook tried to stop the post, saying that my post went against community guidelines, claiming it contained nudity and sexual content. I read the article, I looked at the pictures, there was nothing of that kind there, so I stopped the sharing, I shared it again, it went through, and then I wrote an angry post about Facebook censorship. But anyway, how on earth could reminding people about the victims of Soviet terror, of the evils of the Soviet Union, of the evils of socialism, how could that be a bad thing? I mean, seriously, Zuckerberg, who is controlling you? What's your ideology? Why are you doing this stuff? Is there anyone advertising who thinks that the Soviet Union is a good thing? Anyway, in all seriousness, this is what needs to be said. Freedom is not free. Ronald Reagan liked to point it out, and I say the same thing. Freedom is not free. You have to fight for it. Every generation have to fight to keep freedom. If there is people who know it, the Latvians do. They were occupied by the Soviets, they were occupied by Nazi Germany, then they were occupied by the Soviets again. And the Soviets deported 2% of their population. People that way for one or another reason didn't like, because they were ideologically opposed to the Soviets or whatever, for any reasons the Soviets had. So the thing is, we need to be vigilant. Freedom must be protected. Freedom is always only a generation away from disappearing. And that means each and every generation has to be taught history about what has happened in the world. You know, I don't think millennials in America would support Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez or Bernie Sanders if they knew this. I don't think that people in Sweden would support socialism if they knew about the gulags. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of people in Sweden never heard of the gulags, especially young people. So, what can we do? Learn history. Learn history and teach it. Tell people about what happened. Tell them why. Tell them the evils of Soviet Union, of Communist China, of Nazi Germany, of all of these places, Venezuela, Cuba, North Korea. Tell them about these ideas and why they are so harmful. And tell them about the alternative. The alternative is freedom. And you know what? Freedom is based, basically, in Judeo-Christian biblical values. That's the only way to sustain freedom. So, let's protect freedom. Let's defend freedom. And let's remind people about the evils of dictatorship, of socialism, of all of these harmful ideas. And you know what, Facebook? You have to get a grip. And that's what I have to say about this. And this is what I'm doing right now. I'm posting these short comments every now and then. I was going to get some better equipment yesterday, but the store I went to didn't have it. So I'm still working on getting equipment to start live streaming. But until that starts to happen again, I'll make these short updates every now and then. So hang in here. Check my channel every now and then. I'll say check it once a week. So I really appreciate all the people who do that. And hey, if you want to support me, you can still do that. I'm going to post links in the box below or in the comment field so we can see how to do that. And until next time, thank you for watching. The weekend's coming up, so have a great weekend. Stay safe, be cautious, defend freedom, and God bless.